Some people think the answer is to just stop drinking water completely after 6 p.m. Please don't do this. Dehydration is incredibly dangerous for older adults. It's 2 a.m. again, and you're getting up for the third time to use the bathroom. Your feet hit the cold floor. You stumble through the darkness, and by the time you crawl back into bed, you're wide awake. Your mind starts racing about tomorrow's tasks, and sleep feels impossible. Sound familiar? If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone. Millions of people over 50 deal with this every single night. But here's what most people don't realize. This isn't just an inconvenience that you have to live with. Waking up often at night to pee, which doctors call nocturia, is actually stealing more than just your sleep. It's making you feel exhausted all day long. It's affecting your mood, your memory, and your ability to enjoy life. And here's something that really concerns me as someone who cares deeply about your well-being. Those nighttime trips in the dark are putting you at serious risk for dangerous falls. Every year, thousands of older adults end up in the emergency room because they tripped on their way to the bathroom at night. But what if I told you that the solution might be simpler than you think? What if changing how you drink water, not how much, but how and when, could help you sleep through the night again? Today, I'm sharing 5 simple but incredibly powerful ways to drink water that could transform your nights. These aren't just random tips. They come straight from what many urologists recommend to their patients. And wait until you hear tip number 5. It's something hardly anyone does, but the people who try it are amazed by how well it works. Before we dive in, I'd love to connect with you. Tell me in the comments where you're watching from and what time it is right now. I absolutely love seeing how far our community reaches around the world. And if you're here because you want to take better care of your health, or you're helping care for a loved one, please hit that subscribe button. We share practical health tips like this every single week, and I don't want you to miss any of them. Now, let's talk about getting your nights back. Number 1, drink most of your water earlier in the day. Let me tell you about John. He's 67, recently retired, and was doing everything right, or so he thought. He was drinking his 8 glasses of water a day just like his doctor recommended. But here's the thing. He was drinking half of those glasses after dinner while watching TV with his wife. John couldn't understand why he was making so many trips to the bathroom at night. He'd wake up at midnight, then 2 a.m., then 4 a.m. He was getting frustrated. His wife was losing sleep too, and he started to think this was just part of getting older. But it wasn't. The problem was timing. Here's what happens as we age that most people don't know about. Your bladder doesn't hold as much as it used to. When you were younger, your bladder could comfortably hold about 16 ounces. But as you get older, that capacity often drops to 10 or 12 ounces. At the same time, your kidneys start working differently. They don't filter water as efficiently during the day, so they often do more of their work at night. Now imagine this. You're drinking large amounts of water in the evening. Your bladder can't hold as much as it used to, and your kidneys are working overtime while you're trying to sleep. No wonder you're getting up so often. Here's a misconception I hear all the time, and it worries me. Some people think the answer is to just stop drinking water completely after 6 p.m. Please don't do this. Dehydration is incredibly dangerous for older adults. It can cause confusion, dizziness, falls, and even serious medical emergencies. The real solution is timing. Here's what John did, and what I want you to try. Aim to drink about 70% of your daily water before 3 p.m. That means if you need 8 glasses a day, have about 5 or 6 glasses before 3 in the afternoon. Then have another 20%, that's about 1 to 2 glasses before 7 p.m. After that, only sip lightly if you're genuinely thirsty. John made this one simple change, and within a week his nighttime bathroom trips dropped from 3 or 4 times to just once. His wife started sleeping better too, and he told me he felt like himself again. If you're still with me and you're serious about getting better sleep, type the number 1 in the comments right now. I read every single comment, and it helps me know these tips are actually helping real people like you. You might be surprised by what's coming next. Number 2, choose warm or room temperature drinks at night. Now let me introduce you to Maria. She's 72, lives alone, and has always been very health conscious. Every evening she'd sit on her porch with a large glass of ice-cold water, enjoying the sunset and thinking about her day. It seemed like such a peaceful, healthy habit. But Maria was waking up 3 to 4 times every night. She was exhausted, irritable, and starting to worry about falling in the dark. When she mentioned this to her daughter suggested she try something different, switching that cold evening water to room temperature herbal tea. Maria was skeptical. How could the temperature of her drink possibly matter? But she was desperate for better sleep. So she tried it, and you know what happened? In just 1 week, her nighttime bathroom trips dropped from 3 or 4 times to just once, sometimes not at all. Here's the science behind why this works. Cold drinks can slightly stimulate your bladder. When you drink something ice cold, especially in the evening when your body is preparing to wind down, it can make your bladder more active. Room temperature or warm drinks are much gentler on your system. There's a misconception I want to clear up because I see it shared online all the time. Some people believe that drinking ice water at night burns more calories because your body has to warm it up. While it's true that your body uses a tiny amount of energy to warm cold drinks, this effect is so small it's basically meaningless. And the trade-off-ness disrupted sleep-ness absolutely not worth it. Here's what I want you to try. Switch to warm or room temperature water in the evening. If you want something more interesting, try herbal teas like chamomile or peppermint pose. They're naturally caffeine-free and can actually help you relax. Just make sure to avoid anything with caffeine or alcohol after 5 p.m., because these can make nighttime urination even worse. But even if you get the temperature right, this next habit could still be causing you trouble, and it's something almost everyone does without thinking about it. Number 3. Don't drink too much right after dinner. Meet Paul. He's 71, loves cooking, and takes great pride in preparing healthy meals for himself and his wife. Paul had developed what he thought was a good habit. He always finished dinner with a tall 16-ounce glass of water. He'd read somewhere that drinking water with meals was good for digestion, so he thought he was doing the right thing. But Paul was also dealing with significant sleep disruption. He'd be up 3, sometimes 4 times a night, and he couldn't figure out why. During the day he felt great, but come evening his bladder seemed to have a mind of its own. The problem was that large glass of water right after his big meal. Here's what was happening when you eat a substantial dinner and then drink a lot of water immediately afterward. You're essentially flooding your system at the worst possible time. Your digestive system is already working hard, and now you're asking your kidneys to process all that extra fluid. Guess when they're going to get around to filtering it all? While you're trying to sleep. There's a common misconception that drinking lots of water after eating washes down your food and helps with digestion. The truth is, your body actually works best when you sip water slowly throughout your meal, and for about an hour afterward, rather than chugging a large amount all at once. Here's what Paul did and what I recommend you try. Have a moderate amount of water with your dinner, maybe 4 to 6 ounces. Then for the next hour or so, sip slowly if you're thirsty, but avoid drinking large amounts within 2 hours of your bedtime. Paul made this adjustment and saw results almost immediately. His sleep improved dramatically, and he told me he felt more rested than he had in years. The best part? He didn't have to give up his healthy eating habits or stop drinking water. He just changed the timing. If you're still watching and finding this helpful, type the number 3 in the comments. I read every single comment, and it helps me know that these tips are actually useful for real people dealing with real problems. Number 4. Add healthy minerals to your daytime water. Let me tell you about Linda. She's 69, an avid gardener, and someone who's always been very conscious about staying hydrated. Linda was drinking plenty of water during the day, but she noticed something strange. No matter how much she drank, she always felt thirsty in the evenings. And of course, if she drank more water at night, she'd be up constantly. Linda felt like she was caught in an impossible cycle. Drink more water and lose sleep, or stay thirsty and uncomfortable. Then her daughter, who's a nurse, suggested something that seemed almost too simple to work. She told Linda to try adding just a pinch of pink Himalayan salt to her morning glass of water. Linda was skeptical, but she tried it, and something amazing happened. She noticed that she didn't feel as thirsty in the evenings anymore. She was sleeping better, waking up less often, and feeling more energetic during the day. Here's the science behind what happened. When your body doesn't have enough sodium or other essential minerals, it can't hold on to water properly. Instead of staying in your cells where it belongs, the water goes straight through you and ends up in your bladder. It's like trying to fill a bucket with holes in it. No matter how much you pour in, it just runs right out. Balanced electrolytes help your body actually use the water you drink. When you have the right mineral balance, more water stays in your cells, keeping you properly hydrated, and less ends up making unnecessary trips to your bladder at night. There's a big misconception that electrolyte water or adding minerals to your water is just for athletes or people who exercise intensely. That's not true at all. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at maintaining proper mineral balance, especially if we're taking certain medications or dealing with health conditions. Seniors can absolutely benefit from balanced hydration. Here's what I want you to try. Add a small pinch of natural salt, like pink Himalayan salt or sea salt, to your morning glass of water. You can also buy electrolyte water or natural electrolyte packets, but use them during the day, not in the evening. Keep your evening drinks plain and simple. The key is balance. You want enough minerals to help your body hold on to water during the day, but you don't want to overdo it, especially at night. Now I'm about to share the most overlooked tip of them all. This one surprised even me when I first learned about it, but the people who try it swear by its effectiveness. Number 5. Go to the bathroom twice before bed. This is Bill. He's 74, a retired teacher, and someone who's always been methodical about his routines. Bill was doing everything right. Drinking most of his water early in the day, avoiding large amounts at night, and making sure to use the bathroom right before bed, but he was still waking up multiple times every night. Bill was frustrated. He felt like he was following all the rules, but his bladder didn't seem to be cooperating. Then his urologist suggested something that seemed almost too simple. Instead of just going to the bathroom once before bed, try going twice. Here's what the urologist told Bill to do. About 30 minutes before his usual bedtime, go to the bathroom. Then right before getting into bed, go again. Bill thought it sounded silly. After all, how much more could there be after just 30 minutes? But he tried it anyway, and the results were incredible. His nighttime bathroom trips went from 3 or 4 times down to just once. Sometimes not at all. Bill couldn't believe that something so simple could make such a big difference. Here's why this works, and it's something most people don't understand about how our bodies change as we age. Older bladders sometimes don't empty completely in one go. You might think you've emptied your bladder completely, but there could still be an ounce or two left inside. That remaining urine, combined with the natural urine production that happens while you sleep, is often enough to wake you up a few hours later. When you wait 20 to 30 minutes and then go again, you give your bladder time to relax and release any remaining urine. It's like making sure you've gotten every last drop out before starting your long sleep journey. There's a misconception that one final bathroom visit before bed is always enough. For younger people, that might be true, but as we age, our bladder muscles don't contract as efficiently, and that one trip might not be doing the complete job we think it is. Here's exactly what I want you to try. Starting tonight, go to the bathroom about 30 minutes before you plan to get into bed. Do your normal bedtime routine. Brush your teeth, wash your face, get into your pajamas, then right before you get into bed, go to the bathroom one more time, even if you don't feel like you really need to. The magic happens when you combine this double bathroom visit with the earlier tips: drinking most of your water early in the day, choosing room temperature drinks in the evening, and avoiding large amounts after dinner. If you've made it this far in the video, I want you to type the number 5 in the comments. By watching this entire video, you're officially ahead of most people who just accept poor sleep as part of getting older. You're taking control of your health, and that's something to be proud of. I want to take a moment to acknowledge something important. I know how frustrating this is for you. I know that your body used to let you sleep peacefully through the night, and now it seems to wake you up over and over again. I know you've probably wondered if this is just your new normal, something you'll have to live with forever. I see the exhaustion in the comments you write. I hear it in the emails you send. You tell me about feeling tired all day, about dreading bedtime because you know you'll be up multiple times, about worrying that you're bothering your spouse or partner with all the movement at night. Some of you have even told me that you've started avoiding drinking water altogether, which breaks my heart because I know how dangerous dehydration can be, especially as we get older. But here's what I want you to understand. You don't have to accept this as your new reality. Your body isn't broken, and you're not asking too much by wanting a good night's sleep. You have more control over this than you realize. What we've talked about today, these 5 ways to change how you drink water, these aren't just random tips. They're tools. They're weapons in your fight against sleepless nights. Small changes in your water habits can make a huge difference in how you sleep, how you feel, and how you live your life. Tonight, I want you to try just one of these tips. Pick the one that seems easiest for you to start with. Maybe it's drinking most of your water before 3 p.m. Maybe it's switching to room temperature water in the evening. Maybe it's that double bathroom visit before bed. If it works, and I believe it will, imagine how much better you'll sleep when you start using all 5 strategies together. Imagine waking up in the morning feeling rested instead of exhausted. Imagine not dreading bedtime because you know you'll actually get to sleep through the night. Better nights mean better mornings. Better mornings mean better days. Better days mean a better life. And you deserve that better life. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today, because I want to make sure you have a clear action plan. First, drink most of your water earlier in the day. about 70% before 3 p.m., and another 20% before 7 p.m. Second, choose warm or room temperature drinks in the evening instead of ice-cold ones. Third, avoid drinking large amounts of water right after dinner. Sip slowly instead. Fourth, add healthy minerals to your daytime water to help your body actually use the hydration you're giving it. And fifth, go to the bathroom twice before bed, once about 30 minutes before, and once right before you get under the covers. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 5 strategies will you try first? Are you going to start with changing the timing of when you drink water? Or maybe you're excited to try that double bathroom visit before bed? And if you've already tried one of these strategies, maybe from watching one of my other videos or from your own doctor's advice, I'd love to know, did it help? How much difference did it make in your sleep quality? Your comments and experiences help other people in our community know that these tips really work. So please take a moment to share your thoughts below. If this video helped you understand why you might be waking up so often at night, and if you're excited to try these solutions, I'd be so grateful if you'd subscribe to our channel. We're here every week with practical, science-based health tips that can actually improve your daily life. I don't want you to miss any of them. And speaking of next week, I'm going to share something that might shock you. I'm going to talk about specific drinks that you should never ever have after 6 p.m. Some of these might surprise you because they seem healthy, but they could be sabotaging your sleep in ways you never imagined. Thank you so much for watching today, and for taking your health seriously enough to spend this time learning how to sleep better. Remember, you deserve restful nights and energetic days. Stay hydrated, sleep well, and I'll see you in the next video. Sweet dreams!